my name is Ellie Paz from the Yoga Home, and today we'll do some back bends. So front body opening, chest, hips, fronts of the hips, quads, and play around with a little bit of core strengthening. So I'm just gonna kind of mix it up. So you don't really need any props unless you already use them in your practice. So let's get started. Okay, we'll start in our child's pose. Now, if you did have two blocks, a really good way to start back bending, and I don't have them here today, is lining the blocks up along the spine and just like resting into it, allowing the chest to open. So let's just come into our child's posture, bringing the toes together, knees a little bit wider than hip distance, and just settling into the mat, the forehead into the floor. Allow the shoulders to rest, soften. And let go of your day, taking some nice deep breaths in and out, really settling in. Allow yourself to come into the present moment, dissolving the chatter in the mind, just letting it soften as you come right into this space of the presence. Full deep awareness of the breath. Allow the neck to soften, face, shoulders, hips. Anytime throughout the practice you'd like to invite in your Ujjayi breathing, please do. It's just an inhale and exhale out of the nose, creating this nice little ocean sound in the back of the throat just by constricting the epiglottis in the throat. Okay, this will help you stay focused and heated throughout your practice. So thinking about the heart opening today, the heart chakra, the center for compassion and unconditional love. If you'd like to set an intention before we begin, please do. Okay, next inhale, slowly start to find our belly and just slide forward onto the forearms in Sphinx pose with the palms rooted into the ground and then the tops of the feet nice and rooted. And just go ahead and shake your hips from side to side. Feel a little tension release in the lower back and maybe the SI joint. And then as you're rooting down through the fingers, press through the fingertips, index finger, knuckle, and then right through into the elbow so you can open up the chest and draw the shoulders back a little bit. Okay, tailbone softens just a little bit down as you root that pubic symphysis right into the ground. Lifting the heart and gaze. Breathing here. Soften the face. And softening the lower back. But keep the legs firming up into the ground. Allow the head to just tilt from side to side, just releasing any tension in the side of the neck. And maybe let it just drop down so you have this nice big roll, nice big rotation. If it hurts the cervical spine to look back, just do a nice little pendulum swing or sway, chin to chest. Good. And then bring your fingertips to the outer edge of your mat and the elbows bend up towards the sky. And you'll just be doing a nice little roll. So as you lift your heart, root down through the legs. And then just a very gentle inhale, look up, and exhale to relax down. So remember, we're not quite open yet. This is just a gentle little warm up for the back. So we're just rolling through this as you inhale to lift the chest. Exhale down. Nice little baby waves in the body. Good, one more. And then we'll place our palms down and find our cat-cows, which is hands and knees. Knees are below the hips, wrists are below the shoulders. Start right away with lowering the belly, letting the hips just sway from side to side. Okay, and then eventually lowering the belly, looking up, inhale, tailbone high. Exhale, navel center comes in, rounding through the spine, round the shoulders, press the hands into the ground. Then a couple more times just to work with the spine, inhaling and exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Good. Okay, so let's press the feet in. So the toes are pressing right in. The hips are coming all the way back to the heels. I want to open up the arches of the feet. This is part of the back body lines of awareness and integration. Interactive lines that we talk about in Sattva Yoga. So let's press the palms into the earth. Start to slowly lift the hips to the sky and walk out the feet and the ankles and the knees. So you're just bending, walking in one spot, alternating, breathing. Until eventually you start to walk all the way up towards your hands where the feet are hip distance. Spread the toes, inhale, lift the spine and heart, and exhale as you fold forward. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Really lengthen through the spine. Exhale as you fold forward. Feel the hamstrings. Hang out in Uttanasana for a second. We'll be doing a lot of back bends today, so enjoy this forward bend. Just shake out the upper body. Soften the knees a little bit. And then stop into the center, press the feet into the mat and slowly bend the knees, lift your arms off, just dangling, and navel center draws right in as you round all the way up. Arms come up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, hands come behind the back as you interlace the fingers. Lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Breathing here. Keep broadening through the collarbone. Find that space. Straighten up through the elbows. Transfer a little bit of weight into the toes. Let the hands move a bit more away from the lower back as you soften your chin, head, and neck. Breathing. Good. Start to bend the knees. Swing the arms in front into your chair pose. Navel center draws in. Straighten up through the elbows. Nice long cervical spine. Neutral pelvis. There's still a natural little curvature in the lower lumbar. Feel the space between the toes. Find a steady breath, steady gaze. And then bend a little bit further. So your arms and torso are now parallel to the floor. Keep reaching out through the hands, pressing back through the sit bones. Equal weight in the feet, pressing through all four corners on the feet. Breathing. Good, one more breath. Exhale, folding forward. Let's step just this left foot back behind us. Bend the front knee so it's stacked above the ankle. And then reach out through the crown of the head. Okay. So you're more than welcome to lower that left knee down to the ground. I'm just going to hang out here for just a couple more breaths. Feeling the left hip flexor on that left side. Lower the left knee slowly. Keep those toes pressing in so we can open the back body lines. And then we'll just twist here. So press the left hand in. You're rooted there. Twisting through the mid-thoracic as the right arm comes up towards the sky. Inhale. And then exhale, coming down on the inside of the leg and just reaching out that arm. You can even open the right toes to the right. I just feel it in the hips here. Breathing. Good. And then coming all the way back. Press both hands in. Step the right foot back. Find your plank position. And if you're doing modified ways of lowering down, just lower to your knees and then come to cobra. I'm going to bend the elbows, do Chaturanga Dandasana, and then tops of the feet for upward facing dog. Lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Breathing here. Now let's switch sides. The left foot steps forward. Stay in this high lunge or just a regular lunge for a second. The front knee is bent above the ankle. The back toes are pressing in and the back leg is nice and strong. Good. Even shifting the hips a little to the right. And then we'll start to lower that right knee down. Ooh, breathing here. Lean into your right hand. Let the left arm extend towards the sky as you twist through your mid-spine. Breathing. Good. Exhale. This left hand comes down in front and reaches way out. Open up the left toes a little to access that inner left thigh. And just keep pressing through the back foot. Breathing as the navel center draws in and up. Good. One more breath here. Inhale. Okay, let's press both hands into the ground. Step the left foot back, plank position. Exhale, lower Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. So I'm just going to quickly show you if you're not doing up dog and you choose to do the modified. So from plank, this is a little bit easier on any shoulder injuries. Knees lower to the ground, elbows bend, gaze is forward, heart is forward, tops of the feet pressed, lift the heart, and that's it. Just a nice baby cobra using the core strength, and then press to your down dog. Okay, so you can either do the up dog or cobra. Either or, they're both back bends, so we're opening up the front body. Just make sure those legs are nice and firm into the ground and rooted. One more breath here in downward facing dog. Exhale, gaze forward, step both feet so they're hip distance. Spread the toes, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, folding forward. And then we'll bend the knees again, find our chair pose. Sweep the arms up, gaze gently just forward so the neck is nice and long. Good, navel center in. Steady breath, steady gaze. Inhale, press through the feet, come all the way up. Hands come behind the back again, interlace the fingers, lift the heart. Inhale. Exhale to fold forward. Breathing here. Soften the knees a little bit, especially if the back is sore. Let the elbows eventually start to straighten. Soften the back of the neck. Breathe steady. Good. Hands come down now. Step back to find your plank position. Inhale here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing. Rooting through index finger knuckles. And in down dog here, let's pick up our toes and spread them. Find some space there. Feel the arches lifting all the way up into the inner thighs to the navel center. As you reach out and find this length through the side body without losing that attention of opening up the shoulders, that external rotation in the shoulders, but lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. One more breath in down dog. Good, and we're just gazing forward, so you're looking up towards your hands. Step the right foot, keep hips and shoulders squared. Right foot steps up as you come all the way up, so the front knee bends, nice and stacked. Back leg is nice and strong. There's this slight internal rotation happening in the back leg. Good, hands are at the waist just for now. Breathing steady. And then we'll bring our hands up, bend the elbows 90 degrees, palms facing the front. And then just rotate open a little bit as the chest goes towards the sky. Keep the back leg strong. The knee wants to bend. Cactus arms. Keep lifting and opening the heart. The front knee is stacked still. Breathing. Find one point of focus, your drishti. Good, one more breath here. Exhale, hands come down. Let's step back, plank position. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathing. Okay, let's switch sides. So left foot steps up for your lunge, your up higher lunge. So the right leg stays straight and strong. Front knee is nice and stacked. Hands are just at the waist right now, just to get this chest open and the legs, nice foundation in the legs. So that right hip is coming forward a little bit, left hip is coming back. Internal rotation in the back leg. Okay, root through all four corners of the feet, really feel that rooting. And then lift the arms up, bend the elbows, palms come back, lift the heart. And as you do that, you'll feel the fascia even stretching from the torso all the way to this right hip flexor. One point of focus. Or you'll feel a little tipsy, turning all over the place here. Breathing. Remember, if you don't laugh and have fun in yoga, then you're taking it too seriously. So if you fall out of this, just come right back into it. You're doing good. Inhale, exhale, both hands down, step back, plank position, inhale, exhale, lower, inhale, up dog, exhale, downward facing dog, breathing. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of our core portion now. And I want you to focus on when we do back bending and opening up the front body, quite often we're restricted in the fronts of the legs. So we'll be stretching those out in a second. But before we do, let's transfer weight into the toes as the shoulders move above the wrist. So you might have to bring your feet back a bit to get into this plank position. Now, the hips shouldn't be really high up or sagging low. So just find that space where you can draw the navel center in and the tailbone down. And then the toe taps to the right and then back to center. Then the other leg to the left, back to center. Okay, let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stopping here. Lift the right leg up. Keep it strong. Left leg up. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Downward facing dog. And then we'll come back to plank and lower all the way to our belly. Okay. Just gotta get this cord out of the way. Okay. Hope you're doing okay. I'm feeling the heat here in Italy. Summertime. So the left elbow pivots.
Left palm is right into the mat, and then the right knee bends. Grab with your right hand, your right foot, so that right heel is coming right on the outer edge of the right hip. So you start to feel in the quad and the hip flexor, but keep rooting down through the hips and lifting through the chest. Breathing here. Now, if you are really open and mobile, your elbow might be up to the sky like mine, pressing on the top of the foot. Or you may be using a strap. I don't know, but you do, so know where you're at today. Make sure you're honoring your body and the position it's at, because every day is going to be different. Good, one more breath. And exhale. Switching sides, right elbow is down, right palm is down, left knee bends. Good. And then eventually that heel comes down, root through the hips, lift the heart. Breathing nice and steady, find one point of focus. Relax the mind. Good, one more breath. Exhale. Whew. Just extend this right arm out to the side. All you're going to do is roll, basically. Roll to the right, and this left foot comes around. Now, this may be difficult if you've had shoulder injuries. I know on my left side I might have some issues, but the left foot just lands wherever, just behind that right leg. Now, my head's lifted. You can relax your head, but I like to keep mine lifted. And then you're just going where it meets resistance. You'll feel it, and then soften the tissues. Just don't force anything. Just kind of hang out there for a second. And then slowly roll back. Extend the left arm, rolling. Oh, it's not too bad. And then the right leg comes behind. And we're just kind of opening up through the front of the chest, breathing. Now, if this was a yin posture and we'd hang out a lot longer, obviously I'd want to prop my head up and all that good stuff. And just a quick little stretch. One more breath. And exhale. Okay, so now the fingertips come to the side. We'll do this again, but a little bit deeper. So we did this at the very beginning just for a warm-up. These nice waves through the body. So firm up through the legs, the core, and then slowly start to lift the chest and heart. And the head is the very last thing that comes up. And you'll notice you're a lot more open now. Exhale, rolling down. Head is the last thing. And then rolling up again. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. This posture is so liberating. And exhale. One more. Good. Pressing the palms in. Find your downward facing dog. One more breath here. Ooh. And then gaze towards the front. We'll step both feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold, exhale. And coming all the way up, reach the arms. And exhale. Okay, so let's turn to, well, I'll turn to the side so you can see me. Dancer posture, I want you to take it in different levels. You can use the wall, you can use a strap even. Let's just see if you can grab your foot first, okay? Let's just start there, hands at the waist. If you can grab the outside, great. If you're super tight, you might be on the outside. If you're a little more open, you're gonna flip your palm up, keep it up. And then on the inside, you're grabbing the inside of the foot, okay? The elbow point should be towards the body. Okay, so some people twist it like this, which means the elbow point is out. You want it in. So supinate, externally rotate. Bring the knees back together, find one point of focus. Left arm comes up to the sky. Good, and this is maybe the only place you're going to today, and that's fine. Just if you do want to go a bit further, the right heel starts to move away from the back body as you open and find this nice little arch and lift the sternum and the chest, okay? Keep lifting. If you feel the urge to dive forward, keep lifting up even more. Eventually you can go forward, but just I want you to find this opening in the back first. Breathing. Good, and then eventually slowly coming down. I want you to just shake it out. Gentle little twist side to side. Good, other side. So transfer weight into the right leg now, holding on to the left, inside of left foot. Right arm reaches up. Let's find that nice opening as you move the heel away from the back body. Just take your time with this. As you're reaching and kicking simultaneously as this leg stays nice and strong. You don't have to lock the knee. Keep it micro bent, but really strong in that leg. Breathing. So try not to let that hip ride all the way up high. I know it's hard. Good, and then slowly coming back down. Exhale, let's shake it out. Okay, are you ready to do some more back bends on the ground? Let's come to the top of the mat. Relax the arms beside the body. Inhale to reach the arms up. And exhale to fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And step both feet back, find plank position. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, so let's come to our belly. I'm gonna come all the way down to your belly. Okay, now this we did one leg at a time. We'll do both. Like this is definitely not my best posture. We're supposed to do, you know, the posture that we resist the most. So why, if you are resisting this one too, what do you think the resistance is? For one, we might not be that open. If it's really uncomfortable, well, pad yourself, maybe double it up or go onto a carpet. Start to just go slow with it. Okay, keep the knees in and then just lift the chest and heels move away from. Now this floor is really hard for me and I have a thin travel mat, so it's not the best, but doing what I can as you breathe into it. Lift the heels towards the sky. Soften the lower back. Get an exhale. And then resting on whichever ear. Shake the hips a little bit just to feel some release in the SI joint. You can even rub it there if you like. Deep breath in. Let's turn the head. Exhale. Good. So I know why I resist that one. It's a very, very restricted. I've have SI joint and sacrum lockage my whole life, so it's definitely a reason. Press the palms in. Find a nice little child's pose. Sitting back into the heels and just really stretching out through the upper body. Taking those arms all the way over to the right. Stretching through the side body. And all the way over to the left. Do a little cat twist so the left arm comes underneath the right. Twisting the spine. The shoulder blades.
Let's switch sides. The right arm comes down onto the ground, side of the head. Good, and then coming all the way back. Let's find our seat. Okay, sitting down and scoot forward so you have a little bit of space behind you. So full back bends. Let's do one modified and one Urdhva Dhanurasana. So the modified Setu Bandha Sharangasana is just a very basic one, and we can go through it together. And if you're not doing full pose on the second one, I'd like you to just do this one. Okay. So palms are nice and rooted into the earth. Heels are close to the sit bones. Spread the toes and then start to slowly just peel the pelvis off. You can really bring that tailbone up. Starting to lift the hips off of the ground, getting into the rib cage lifting. Heart is going towards the chin, pressing through the feet still. Inner thighs are nice and engaging, same with the core. And if you're here and you want to go a bit further, externally rotate the upper arm bone and get that shoulder underneath the back. Yes, and then lift up. You can interlace the fingers behind the back. So feel this length in the cervical spine. It's almost a shoulder stand. Breathing here. Good, get the shoulders out. Top of the spine rests, mid spine, lower spine. Just gently wiggle the legs. We'll go into one more back bend and then we'll come into a neutral posture. Okay, so same or different. So if you want to do full back bend, go for it. If not today, then just do what I just did, the Setu Bandha Sharangasana. So whoever's doing full with me, you can follow along. Okay, hands are beside the ears. I want you to press through the feet, lifting the hips off the ground, and then just inhale to the top of the head. I want to make sure that your elbows are in, they're not splayed outwards. Okay, in, so you're externally rotating the shoulders, and feet are nice and parallel. Now you're just going to press straight up, okay, breathing. One point of focus. Good, and then bend the elbows, tuck the chin to come down, resting on the back of the head. Stretch the legs and arms out. Have a nice neutral position. Deep breath in, exhale out. Really feel that. Feel the heart beating. Maybe some vulnerable spaces there. Just tap back into that power center. Into the unconditional love and light that is always there from Source. That always we feel like we need to find it externally. But now we know that it's here, right now, inside. Once you tune into that space, then there's no need for the validation that we reach out for. Good, one more breath. Exhale. Let the head roll from side to side. We'll take a moment to stretch the body out. Good, bring both knees into the chest. Do a little rolling. Feel free to let the knees fall from side to side just to feel the twist. Nice release for the lower back. Good, just extend the legs up to the sky so your heels are pressing right into like imaginary wall or roof pressing into you. Okay, strong through the legs, and then let the left, you can bring the hands by the hips, let the left leg lower Navel center keeps drawing in. Keep the legs strong. Now you may have to keep your leg up to 45, but that's okay. Wherever you can. And then switch so the right leg goes lower. Breathing. Good. Leg comes up. And then let's roll all the way up to do our forward bend. So the legs extend in front of you. Paschimottanasana. Bringing our peace fingers around the big toes. Let's inhale, lengthen the spine, root down through the legs. Thigh bones root into the earth, and then exhale as we fold. And the shoulders keep rolling down the back body. If you're not reaching your toes, maybe use a strap. Now we want to do a nice decompression for the spine after all the back bends. And then inhale as we come all the way up and scoop forward, come back down to lay onto your back. Bring the knees in. Now this is a good time if you want to do any, I'm not going to do them today, but shoulder stand, headstand, any kind of inversion that you want. If you feel you still have energy for it. Right foot comes just onto the left leg, flexing at the right foot. And then hands are behind the leg. Good. Drawing that left knee towards you, right knee away from you. Relax the shoulders down, the back body. Nice, relaxed breath. And this stretch is really nice for any lower back discomfort. Good, and we'll switch sides so the left foot comes onto the right leg, keeping this left foot nice and flexed, pulling behind you. Now, if it does hurt to reach for the leg and your head is tilting back and your chin's towards the sky, put your right foot into a wall so that you don't have to necessarily use your hands, and you can just relax into it. The tighter you are, the further away from the wall you will be. So essentially, the cervical spine and the back of the neck, you want nice and long. So even if you have to put a cushion underneath your head or something where it elevates and lifts it a little bit. Good, one more breath here. And exhale. Let's just kick out our legs a little bit. Maybe rock from side to side. Come into a happy baby pose if it feels good for you. Breathing. And then we'll stretch our legs out. Find our Shavasana. So take your time to just wiggle about a little bit, maybe hug yourself and separate the shoulder blades. Let the arms rest beside the body a comfortable distance so the palms are facing upwards towards the ceiling. Legs are a comfortable distance as the toes flop out to the side. Nice deep breath in. Exhale out. Feel that release. Allow the jaw to completely soften. Release the tongue, the throat center, the back of the neck. Both shoulders and elbows, wrists and palms, all your fingers. Good, and then tune into that heart center, Anahata Chakra, nice green color, emanating all this pure source of light and love. Just watch it light up as you soften around that area, the whole spine and the hips, both knees, ankles, soles of the feet and your toes, completely softening the whole body into this deep sense of awareness and space and presence, pure bliss and peace. Stay for a few minutes and I'll guide you out. Slowly bringing awareness back to the breath. Nice full, complete inhales and exhales. Allow your body to just move where it needs to right now. Maybe it's not moving at all, or a tiny little bit through the finger and the pinky and maybe the big toe. And then eventually get bigger movements happening through the ankles and the wrists and the head and the neck. Good. Reach the arms above the head. And then bring the knees in. Do a little rolling along the lower back. Roll over to our side body. Take some time here just to breathe in, feel it. And breathe out. Good. And then come all the way back up to seated. Find a nice cross-legged posture. Breathe in and roll the shoulders and exhale out. Maybe stretch out the face. Keeping the eyes closed, we'll just take a moment to check in. Just to notice, observe, witness what's going on. The energy changes, the sensations through the hips, the back, the shoulders. Maybe this heart center is a lot more open. So let's bring our arms wide to the side. Lift our heart open as we inhale. And then when you exhale, I want you to cross your arms and around your body and give yourself a nice big hug. This is first and foremost where the energy and love comes from. And we quite often lose this attention when we get caught up in needing it from other people or other things. So let's just honor that, where this source of love comes from. Really take a moment to squeeze into that. Even repeating to yourself, if you like, I love you. You know, it's really powerful practice to do that and look at yourself in the mirror, in your eyes. Good. I hope you have a loving and joyous, peaceful, amazing day. Thank you so much for choosing my video to practice with. It's Ellie Paz once again with the Yoga. I'll see you again. Namaste.